Cultural exchange is the most effective way for people to understand one another. Music united two singing countries, Ukraine and Italy. This provides a unique opportunity to Ukrainian music lovers to enjoy masterpieces of Italian opera on the stage of the Kyiv Opera House.
Киевского оперного театра. Сегодня здесь
Today, the program Ukraine on Stage focuses on a premiere. A premiere is a very important event for any theater. This season was marked by staging of the opera Floria Tosca by Giacomo Puccini in the National Opera House of Ukraine. Time and again, Italians have engaged in singing operas by the renowned and illustrious Italian composer. This premiere is dedicated to the 60th anniversary of the Rome Theatres, which chose the opera Floria Tosca because the story is set in the eternal city of Rome. Both countries, Ukraine and Italy, will also mark the 25th anniversary of bilateral diplomatic relations of the two countries. We came to a decision that the best way to celebrate this event was to integrate Ukrainian and Italian arts, simply because our countries have very deep cultural ties. The opera Floria Tosca has been staged on Kyiv's stage on many occasions. The opera was first in the limelight over 100 years ago. In the early 20th century, the part of Mario Cavaradossi was performed by Italian opera singer Giuseppe Anselmi. A century later, the main role was performed by Italian tenor Walter Borin. Tosca is a well-known opera by Puccini. It ranks among the 5 most popular operas in the world. For this reason, this performance has long been staged on the Ukrainian stage. Among its conductors were Benjamin Tolba, Oleg Rybov, Stefan Turchak, while Yakov Herold, Boris Babochkin and Dmitro Gnatyuk were involved in directing this performance at different times.
It
was the 10th anniversary of my premiere on the stage of the National Opera House of Ukraine. Like other directors, I have long dreamt of staging Tosca. At last, my colleagues and I came up with the idea that we should stage this work at the famous opera venue in Kyiv.
Шлись во мнении, что нам необходимо взяться именно за эту работу.
It was a challenge for me because opera is full of complicated vocal parties. At the same time, being a verist, Puccini's opera requires very expressive dramatic acting. For this reason, we had to work long hours and very hard. We worked with both leading actors and those who execute episodic roles or bit actors. Fedor Nevrod once impressed the Kyiv audience with the artistic design of the opera. The present scenography has exceeded all expectations. The audience was easily taken back to the 19th century Italy.
Начало XIX века.
Трудная была работа, вероятно, потому что...
It was very hard work because sites described in the opera really exist. I especially went to Rome. I saw Tosca's chapel. Staging the scene, we had to locate the chapel on the right side because the scene version required it. I also visited Castel San Angelo. I had to collect all the material for nearly an entire year. Ukrainian world-famous opera star Lyudmila Monastyrska appeared as Floria Tosca. She has a working schedule set for the next 10 years, but this didn't prevent her from finding time to appear in her native theater.
Выкроить время для выступления в родном театре.
It's one of my most favorite roles because music is very emotional and it captivates both performance and the audience on an equal level. Sometimes I have to find some personality traits to decently enact my character. While staging Italian operas, the Ukrainian audience has already met Italian conductors, directors, and opera singers. The current premiere also involved Italian opera singer Walter Borin. The singer characterizes himself as a lyrical tenor, and the role of Mario Cavaradossi is close to his heart. As for Giacomo Puccini, he is a prominent composer for Borin. In 1998, he debuted in Bohemia. It was in the Verdi Theatre in Pisa, Italy. He often appeared in Madame Butterfly. In short, he's very familiar with Puccini's musical style.
Хорошо знаком.
The theater's troupe is above all praise, to say nothing about the fantastic Lyudmila Monastyrska, who became my partner on stage. It was a great joy and honor for me. She is the greatest opera singer and artist. She is brilliant. All my Ukrainian colleagues are high-class professionals. They have great voices and convincingly perform their roles on the stage. I consider them not only artists on the high European class, but undoubtedly world-class artists.
Та дружба, которая завязалась между
Friendship between the National Opera of Ukraine, the ambassador of Italy to Ukraine, and the Italian Institute of Culture in Ukraine has already led to improvements. As a result of close collaboration, over 10 years, the Ukrainian audience has enjoyed masterpieces of Italian music on the stage of the Kyiv Opera House. Ukraine has become familiar with the best Italian conductors and opera singers, while Italy has discovered talented Ukrainian singers and musicians.
українських певцов и музыкантов.
Я считаю, что это необходимо просто, потому что это и помогает, и освежает, это прибавляет какого-то напряжения.
I consider it to be of great need as it encourages, holds in suspense and arouses interest in the performance among the audience and the team. This practice should be continued and be presented much more than it is. We thank the Italian Institute of Culture in Ukraine for its support. All of us, I, the orchestra, soloists, the director, are interested in such an exchange.
Окружением, которое есть, режиссеру, всем абсолютно.
It is difficult to name a theater in the world where Lyudmila Monastyrska has not appeared. Lyudmila played Tosca on her stage of Berlin's Saas-Troper before the Kyiv premiere.
Оперы в Берлине.
It is a great honor for me to sing on my favorite stage where the best opera singers have appeared. I admire Gisela Cipolla and consider her soprano #1 in the world. I would also point out the following soprano singers of a high level: Svetlana Dobronravova, Lydia Zabilasta, and Yevdokia Kolesnik.
Самое высочайшего уровня сопрано.
I hope to return to Kyiv to perform in such a magnificent theater. I warmly congratulate you on the wonderful premiere. I was very struck by the theater as a grandiose building and its excellent troupe, the professionalism of which is above all praise. The National Opera House of Ukraine holds classical performances on its stage, and there are many benefits for the theater. All the performances are well prepared with respect for the era and genre of a performance. This is why the performances have remained on the repertoire and have brought great joy to audience for many years.
Репертуаре не на месяц-другой, а годами радуют зрителей.
Этот год я была счастлива. Я жила в Тоске, в этой безумной музыке, в этих страстях.
I spent this happy year in Tosca, in its beautiful music and passions. Today I am very sad that everything has finished. I've seen many a staging, and calls say that the Ukrainian product is much better than those of other world-renowned theaters.
Мощнее, чем даже самые именитые театры.
Another performance seemed to be successful. It will not only enrich theatrical information, but also offer the audience a greater choice of performances. Leading up to the next season, the theatrical team has made great efforts.
следующий сезон особенно.
The next season, we will mark the 150th anniversary of the theater. We are fully engaged in preparation to give the audience a fantastic performance.
Но я сейчас озвучивать это не буду. Мы сейчас очень серьезно над этим работаем.
We're seriously involved in work and are constantly bringing in new ideas, which we think of how to bring to life.
Красиво или нет, а как ее воплотить?
There are 1-2 premiere performances every theater season in the National Opera House of Ukraine. Owing to the special circumstances, the next season is expected to be incredibly rich and interesting for fanatics of opera.
Сезон обещает быть невероятно насыщенным и интересным.
We will witness a grandiose, large-scale, prestigious cultural project. I don't want to talk much about it because I'm superstitious, but I promise you that it will be grandiose. We will hold it jointly with the Ministry of Culture of Ukraine, the National Opera House of Ukraine, and the Italians.
И итальянской стороной.